So you're feeling that energy bubbling up inside you. You're feeling that need to react because you're feeling triggered again, right? And you're tired of feeling like this. And it's not even like you want to better yourself and be kinder to the people around you. Because yeah, that's a huge win, right? More importantly, you're tired of having to deal with this energy that's just so gut-wrenching. It, like, you can feel it building up in your stomach, moving up to like your heart, and then it wants to go through your like throat chakra, and you just want to bleh, right? And sometimes when we react to our triggers, the situation gets worse. And if you want to know how to be able to relax and figure stuff out, I'm going to go ahead and show you what's helped me in this video. Let's get it. So here's the thing about triggers and why we feel them. Let's break this down first of all. A trigger is an emotional response to something that we haven't fully processed or we've been dealing with for a while, and now we're building on resentment. And the energy is getting so riled up and boiling within us that we're sick and tired of it because we're suppressing these emotions. And it's not even about like suppressing these emotions because you don't want to do that. The real key to letting go of a trigger is letting it be the guide. And looking at, hey, maybe I don't have to be so masculine. Maybe I don't have to be so strong. Maybe true strength is being able to learn how to express this emotion rather than to react to it. Because we either start to control our emotions or emotions control us. So you let the trigger be the guide. And whatever situation that you're in, no matter how intense it gets, it's adding your conscious awareness in that moment saying, hey, I need to step back. I need to pull myself away, and I need to figure out how to respond to this. That's all you have to tell anybody. And you don't never have to give anybody an answer right now. They can wait. And if they're not willing to wait, that's on them. It's time for you to pull away and set a boundary. I need space to take care of this so I can figure out how to convey this message, how to express this feeling that I'm feeling to you. Because I care about you and I care about this relationship. Even employers, even employees, romantic and non-romantic relationships. If you want to stay in relationship with someone, you both have to put in the work. And you both have to invite each other into moments like this of emotional sanctuary where you're able to express, I need to pull myself away. So what are you going to do when you pull yourself away? Here's what's helped me a lot. How I deal with this is I go ahead and I start cleaning. And I found that cleaning, because you're able to like scrub things or put the dishes away or put laundry away, and you're able to think, right? You're able to think in that process, and you're allowing your emotions to flow through, and you can find out what is it that you're really feeling and what are you really bothered by? What's truly bothering you? Is it the way they're doing something? How do you feel when they do this? What actions are they doing that's bothering you? What's triggering you? And maybe is it stemming from somewhere deeper? Maybe in the past you had a similar experience, and maybe you're afraid that if this keeps going on, that, well, it'll never change and you're going to keep experiencing this stuff. So adding your awareness to what you're feeling, because what's important is to understand how you're going to communicate it. We never actually want to allow our emotions to communicate the work for us, where we allow them to control us and we feed into them. We want to actually express how we're feeling. Hey, I am feeling this way. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling burnt out. I'm feeling angry. You can even say that I am angry and I'm upset and I wish for a change to happen, and express that need. So it's not just expressing your feelings, it's expressing the call to action. You got to start expressing your needs in order to have things shift in your relationship. All relationships are incremental adjustment to the other person, and the other person incrementally adjusting to you, until maybe there's a point where it's like, hey, I'm not willing to change this part of me. Can you accept this? No? Okay. Is it this big of a deal for me that I can't accept this part of you? Is it? Okay, well, maybe the relationship has served its purpose and it's time for me to move on. And just like I'm decluttering my place today, and I'm getting rid of stuff that doesn't no longer serve me. And I'm looking at like these socks, like these Reptar socks as I'm cleaning, and I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool. I used to love Rugrats when I was younger, right? And I thought Reptar was so cool. And then I'm like, oh man, I do like to wear, design socks to like events and like whatever else, parties or the gym. And I always think and I was thinking, well, maybe I can connect with someone via Reptar, right? And then I realized, man, I don't even really like Reptar. Like, I'm literally looking at the animation. I'm like, it's not a really good animation. Like, I don't like the cartoon drawing of it. I don't like the way it's ovally freaking Disney Channel, half a Disney Channel is on its back. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, like, I'm only keeping these socks for the opportunity one day that maybe I can connect with someone over some Reptar socks. Like how ridiculous is that? That I've been holding on to that belief that I believed served me. And I'm like, I don't care about that. I'm like, these are out. I'm giving these away. Putting a bunch of clothes and I'm giving away. Right? So I started decluttering things. And I don't know why I got on this. I felt like it was important. Oh yeah, because while doing so and articulating my thoughts of a trigger that I had earlier today, I was able to put it in feelings, and I was able to realize, like, hey, I played a role in this too, in this scenario, and this is how I feel about it. And they got their own thing going on, and it's not exactly their full-on fault. Except the only thing I can actually do, because we're not in control of anybody else. We're just not in control of anyone else. And even if we let our emotions control us, it's not going to change the fact that we don't control them. Like, we have no control over anybody else. And that is the biggest realization I had today, which I already knew, except what was more important of a realization is when you actually realize that, it doesn't matter how or what you do, it doesn't matter how big of a scene you make or how calmly and perfectly you express your words, you have no control over the other person. Zero. Their reaction or their outcome or their next thing that they do is on them. It's their responsibility. So the best option you have is to be in control of how you express things. Because all we can do is say, hey, I feel this when you do this, and this is what I would like to happen moving forward. That's it. After that, it's on them. And sometimes expressing our feelings, we can feel ashamed or guilty because we're expressing our needs and we're asking someone to change. Make an incremental adjustment to you. Right? And a lot of times we suppress that, and eventually it ends up building and boiling up, and resentment kicks in. And that ends up terminating relationships. Because then you end up reacting to your emotions versus responding in a way which you prefer. Because it is your sacred responsibility, your ability to respond in a way which you prefer. That is raising your vibration. That is elevating yourself. It doesn't matter what you do. You don't have control over anybody else. Other people, you don't have control over them. Only you have control over the things that you own. And you own your emotions. You either own your emotions or you let your emotions own you. And all you have to do is add awareness. So that's why even taking yourself away and just cleaning, doing the physical action of cleaning, you can let it out. You can let your riled up boiling water triggers come out, right, during that, because you're cleaning. Put it towards something. Physically let it out of you that way. Maybe even go to the gym. I prefer cleaning because at least it's like a gratification where it feels like you're organizing something and it feels like you're decluttering and you're getting the physical action in your physical reality, including your mind as you're thinking about this. You're processing how you feel, how you want to convey this message, how you want to bring this up to someone, right? Are you with me on this? Let me know in the comments if you're with me on this and if this is helping you. Because this helped me a huge amount today. And I realized cleaning and going through your emotional state and your triggers allowed me to declutter that a lot faster. So once you're able to do it that way physically, and then I look back like 30 minutes ago, I'm like, man, it really wasn't that big of a deal. And then I realized all I have to do is express how I feel. And after that, it's not on me. The only thing that I have on me is allowing someone the opportunity to incrementally adjust with me or not. Either I allow myself to be vulnerable. Either I step in and honoring and owning my own voice rather than suppressing myself, which would lead to depression, and expressing and honoring who I am and letting them know this is how I feel about this. After that, it's on you. Like, we don't want to say it's on you, but it's like, here's how I feel about this. After that, it's on them. We have no other control after that. And then after that, you get to decide. This is a lot with setting boundaries too with people, by the way. It's the same concept. You express how you feel, and after that, it's on them. I mean, this is essentially setting boundaries. But most importantly, it's dealing with your trigger so you don't react. Nothing is like, we make too much of all of this. And if we allow our emotions to make too much of all of it, everything blows up more than anything else. So it's adding your awareness to how you're feeling, how you want to convey and say something to someone. You don't need to think about it that much. Once you add your awareness, like, hey, I'm feeling this way over these things, X, Y, and Z, and this is how I feel with all of them, and what would I like to happen? What is the outcome that I want from this? And then you can go back and talk to this person. Then you can go back and do things in a healthy way. Still recording? Yeah, we're still recording. Let's get it. Hair's looking a little funny there. Yo, I'm about to like shave my beard and dye my hair blonde. Oh yeah. Do you get what I'm saying though? Are you with me? Do not let your emotions control yourself. Put yourself away, and you can always come back to it. Except you have to be able to express that to someone. Hey, I need some space. I need this time to articulate how I'm feeling, because I feel like I'm about to explode through my emotions, and I don't want to do that to you. Because I want to actually come back and have something grand to share with you. And maybe we can meet in the middle. Okay? So let the trigger guide you to your feelings and let you know what you're feeling, how to express it. That's it. That'll solve so many problems. Except you have to let it out. You have to let them know what it is that's bothering you and how you feel and what you want as an outcome out of it. Whether they agree with your outcome and what you desire for them to shift or not. You got to let go of the outcome dependency of how will this turn out. Maybe the relationship ends. Got to let go of that fear. Maybe they get pissed at you. Got to let go of that fear. More of the reason to let go of the friendship. It no longer serves you. All right, so that way you don't continue to suppress, and you let it out. And that way you can decide what you're going to do with your life and move on, so you're not stuck. Just like me getting rid of old things, feeling like I'm stuck in an old vibration of stuff that I don't even need. Sometimes you gotta let go of things that are no longer serving you in order to make room for things that will. I just got rid of 90% of cartoon design socks. That was an era of my life 2, 3, 4 years ago. No longer need them. Haven't even worn them. So now I have 90% of my sock freaking bin full of space, right? I can add more things to it. Except now I can add more meaningful things to it. Things that actually feel in alignment with who I am in this now moment. So it's okay to let go of people. Declutter yourself. Declutter your life. By allowing yourself to find out how you feel about things. And after recognizing all you can do is just express how you feel. And that's all the power you have. That's all the control you have. We're not in control of a lot. We are in control of our emotions and how we feel. So have an alchemizing day. Let me know if this helped you. Namaste.